So this is an epiphany I've had after years of doing these things, but you can come to the conclusion sooner. Hey, it's Alex and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, so glad you found me, and if you're returning, thank you so much. This is my second vlog of my health and fitness journey. We're on month 2, and I always call it my realistic health and wellness vlog, and the reason I consider my vlogs to be realistic is because when it comes to health, wellness, and fitness, I get bored and lazy very easily, and I do not have great confidence when it comes to all of this. So I had an epiphany. I was at a workout class and had an epiphany, and it's about why your fitness routine might not be working for you and how to actually figure out something that works for you. Just because something works in general, it doesn't mean that works for everybody. So that's what we're gonna talk about in this video. First, I'm gonna talk to you about my epiphany and kind of the story that got me there, but I'm also gonna give you tips about fitness when it comes to going to the gym, fitness when it comes to getting cardio, fitness when it comes to feeling uninspired, and just kind of tips to keep yourself on a sustainable movement and exercise journey. Let's talk about my epiphany. I actually filmed this in the parking lot and deleted the video, but I went to a kickboxing class recently. It's called Cardio Combat. I want to see what it was about, and it was basically kickboxing moves, like they were like jab, cross. I noticed something really big. I was working out super hard, but when I looked at the person next to me, they were going all out. They looked like they could fight. I can't fight, okay? They looked like they were training, they were gonna fight, they were strong. I was dancing. I was doing like jab cross, but I would be skipping and I was just feeling the music. But it was one of the best workouts I've had so far of 2022. I learned so much about myself. It just makes so much sense. My whole life I've been a dancer, a skater, a cheerleader. I've loved Zumba. Up until pretty recently, I guess COVID, I kind of lost that. And I have also trained with running, and I've done yoga, and I've done intense gym training, even with a personal trainer. So I have done it all. And I can tell you right now that I have never once in my life worked as hard in a gym as I have at a fitness class. And it makes sense to me because I've always liked performing because it's fun. And having people like next to you kind of drives you. When it comes to low self-confidence, being able to just dance and enjoy it, and you know everyone is doing the same thing, I don't know, it just makes me feel a little bit more open. So I realized for me that that is something I need to prioritize in my workout routine. So this is not just about fitness classes, this is about going through the steps to have the epiphany that I had. So let's talk about it. The first tip to obviously even start figuring this out would be to try everything that's available to you. And I know that it's not available to everybody. Not everyone has access to these things. However, there are so many resources on YouTube. So if you're watching this video right now, you can watch a video with a workout routine and try it. If you've already been to the gym, if you've tried running, if you've tried yoga, go online, try a Zumba class, try a high intensity workout, try a strength workout that is just put to a song. You know what I mean? Try those different things. So this is an epiphany I've had after years of doing these things, but you can come to the conclusion sooner if you are actually paying attention to the pros and cons that you feel in each situation. What are your feelings? Did you have a workout? Did you work as hard as you could? If not, why? What did it have to do with you personally, like you were tired? Or was it more like you weren't enjoying it, or you felt intimidated, or something like that? So I just suggest making those notes. And if you've already tried everything, think about it now. Just sit down with yourself and say, okay, I remember I did this and I really liked it. Why? I remember I did this and I hated it. Why? So just go through those things with yourself, see where you are. The next is for anybody who does enjoy lifting weights and going in a gym setting. I do enjoy going and I will never stop, but instead of going there like almost 5 days a week, I probably only go 2 or 3, maybe. I sub in other workouts that kind of fill me more. If you love working out and lifting weights and building strength, you know, hitting personal records, that's what PR stands for, right? You know, doing things like that. If that is something you do enjoy, but there's still some blockages at your gym, this kind of has to do with self-confidence or self-discipline, and these are the kind of tips I have in that setting. Some people do thrive in home workouts. I do not, because I lack self-discipline. But if your issue is with confidence and with people looking at you, if you have space, if you have some money to get some weights, even just a bar, get some secondhand weights. After lockdowns, there will be a lot of things for sale, secondhand for sure. But you can look into working out from home. For me, that doesn't work because I do not have the self-discipline. So if you like going to a gym, but the confidence and self-discipline is lacking, I recommend getting a plan or accountability partner, or getting involved in something where you actually have to track everything you do, and not just for your viewing. I use the Shreddy app and I do challenges. So I actually have to put in like how many reps and how much weight. I have to track it as I'm going, and that kind of keeps me motivated and organized. And it also helps with my confidence, because if I know what I have to do, I'm more likely to finish it. However, when there's people at the gym, and it really depends on who's there, because there's some people that you can tell are just in their own little bubble doing their own thing, that doesn't intimidate me. And I'm not saying you shouldn't be like vibrant and loud at the gym, but that just freaks me out, because any chance that there's someone going to talk to me or look at me when I'm in a vulnerable state, which is what I'm in at the gym, I'm out. I'll leave. I've done it. Someone's talked to me, I'll leave. And I know that's an individual thing, but I still have to take it into consideration because it's still clearly impacting me. So what I've done to change that is you can look at lesser known gyms. Like if you have any local gyms, smaller gyms that maybe aren't so popular, that's an option. Or you can try to look at different times. Obviously, some of these tips are gonna work for you, some of them aren't, but I have to get up super early and go. I try to work out between 6 and 8. I like to go between there. If I go right at 6, there's barely anybody there because it's so early. But if I don't go till 7, there's a rush of people that probably don't have to work till 9 that also try to go early at 7. But if I wait until 8, those two groups of people that woke up really early and those that have to get ready for work, they're already done. There's not a lot of people there at 8 a.m. So that's when I find I can go and get the most of my workout. So if you are really committed to doing everything in a gym setting, you'll have to take these considerations. You can't make that environment work for you even though you love lifting weights. You are going to have to figure out something else, or you're not actually going to get the growth you want to see. Well, the next tip is what I kind of spoke about in my epiphany, is to try workout classes, try Zumba, try a cardio, kickboxing, try like an abs class. If you find like a rec center or even something online, which can be an online community or literally YouTube, you can find all these different classes, and you're not gonna like every single one, okay? You're not. But there are some that you are going to love, some are going to push you, and some are really going to make a difference. Like you are gonna feel a change in yourself. You're gonna be like, wow, I didn't know I could work that hard. I love Zumba so much. I think it's just so fun. And the fittest I've ever been was when I was doing Zumba heavy. I do think you should have some variety within your week, but if workout classes is what works for you, you can look at ones that give you variety. Like you can do a Zumba class, which is more like cardio and dance. You can find ones that incorporate weights and things to actually work on those muscle groups. You can look for high intensity classes. Try to see what's available to you and on YouTube, and I promise it's gonna make a big difference, especially when you're like dreading a workout and you're like, I just want to get this over with. Go online, find like a 20-30 minute workout. It's better than nothing at all, and you'll be thankful you did, and it will help you hype yourself up the next time you have to go do a workout. My fourth tip has to do with cardio. Cardio is not that easy. Sometimes I get into these like cycles where I love cardio. I could go all day, every day, and other days I absolutely hate it. I'll get on the treadmill for 5 minutes, done. I can't do it. My recommendations for that is kind of the obvious one. Is definitely go outside. Like if you want to go for a run or even just a hike, pick different trails or just do your route backwards or something to mix it up. Because I find when I do something different, I'm so distracted by looking at what's around me that I don't actually realize how hard I'm working. So then you work harder because of it. You're not focusing and worrying about giving up. And again, cardio, you can do a class, but if you want to use machines in a gym, here are my top 2 tips. Spread it out. Spread it out on different machines. Try a new machine one day and another day. Or if you have to do an hour of cardio, if that's just something you want to do so many minutes on the elliptical, then go on the stair climber, then end up on the treadmill. Mix it up. Don't be afraid to move around the machines, because it's better for you to keep it interesting and keep yourself motivated than to force yourself to do something. Obviously, any kind of workout is not going to feel effortless because you're working, but I'm not talking about actually doing it. I'm talking about the mental battle. So the mental battle of getting your workouts in should be effortless, because you should have yourself set up in a way that you are excited because it's finally the day to do this thing, like, you know, really enjoy it. I talked about switching machines. I also like to bring a book. I've brought paperbacks and I've brought ebooks. I went to the gym once. I think I meant to do 15 minutes, and I sat there for over an hour when I read A Girl on the Train. A Girl on a Train, is that what it's called? I'll put it here. I couldn't get off the exercise bike. I just find it's a good way to get your reading in and keep cardio interesting, so I definitely recommend trying that. So my next tip is number 5, and it's to do things that are workouts that don't always feel like a scheduled workout. For me personally, the things that I've done is like go swimming. If it's summer, if it's warm, if you have somewhere you can go swimming outside, jump in the water. It's a workout. Play basketball with your friends, partner, yourself, play tennis, go on a hike, things like that. I also got involved in a pole dancing class. I want to go back soon. It's just not the right time for me yet, but that is a workout, and like that is something different. And because it's something that feels just like an activity you're going to do, it doesn't feel like you're mentally forcing yourself to work out. If you have to do cardio and you're just like, I do not want to run, I don't want to get on a machine, like I just want to enjoy the day, pick up a basketball, go to a court, throw it around. If you do that for an hour or even a half hour, like you are going to thank yourself so much for it. And number 6, which is kind of the summary of everything I just talked about, mix it up. If you are having a really hard time with your confidence and your discipline and your boredom, like me, I recommend mixing this up. So one day you're gonna do basketball, one day you're gonna go to Zumba, one day you're gonna go to the gym. And then if you're only going to the gym to do weights on like say 2 days out of the week or one day, you can pick a day that you know is really not busy and that you have time to go at a time that's not busy, and then that way it'll make it effortless for you mentally. Mix it up, keep it interesting, listen to your body, listen to what you want. So if you have something scheduled and you're just like, I cannot even think about lifting a weight today, grab a basketball and go outside. You have to develop a healthy relationship or no kind of fitness program is going to be sustainable. And you can do a 6-week weightlifting tough program and you can stick it out. But if at the end of that 6 weeks, you might see the results you have, but you might also be burnt out and you also might be tired of it. And then what? You know? How do you keep up with your health and wellness goals? How do you keep up with your fitness? Do you go back into the cycles like I have? I go through these cycles where I'm super fit, and then I just lose all my strength, I lose all my cardio, I lose all my endurance. That doesn't have to do with my health because I've always struggled with my food and stuff like that. I'm just talking strictly, you know, strength and dedication to doing workouts and movement. So I go through those cycles. If you want to break that cycle and you just want to find something that's consistent, that's flexible, that you can do for years and years and years, mix it up. Make it so that you have so many options that you will always find something you want to do. Don't be so restrictive. If you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe. In March, I'm definitely gonna do my workouts for a week just to give you an example of what I'm doing here. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much, and see you in the next one.